Here's how to complete the colored pencil value scales worksheet. So your transformed towers composition will require 3 to 4 colors. We'll be using colored pencils to apply color. You're going to complete the value scales below for each color. This is so you understand the range of values that you can create for each color. And you are watching this demo video. So if you need some ideas for colored pencil combinations, take a look at this slideshow here. There's a lot of examples to give you some ideas. So you are limited to the color pencils we have available. So for this demonstration, I'm going to be working with blue, violet, teal, it's like a turquoise, and our lighter blue or sky blue. So I'm going to demonstrate just the top one, and then the rest are self-explanatory. So for the first color, let's work with the teal color. So you're going to write down the name of the color. And this is very similar to the value scales we've done for pencil graphite, except it only goes up to number 7. So number 1 is 100% white. Okay, again, 1 is our value of the paper, which is white. 7 is our 100% color. This means the color is saturated completely. Now we're not making the color dark. To make the color dark, you would have to add black. We're not doing that. We're just using the color that's given from the colored pencil. So my suggestion is actually to start on this side of the value scale. So what you're going to do is you're just going to color this in. However, we want this to be completely saturated with that pigment of this colored pencil. And what you'll notice about colored pencils is they tend to be waxy. They don't blend as easily as a graphite pencil due to the way colored pencils are made. But with this number 7 here, we just want the full saturated color. I'm going to remove my paper to get rid of some of this bits of colored pencil, but we should be able to see everything. So to go darker, you just need to push harder with the colored pencil. To go lighter, you have to go lighter. You have to use a lighter pressure with your hand. Now for the number 6 value, we're not going to go as saturated. However, with colored pencils, you can't erase them. Again, we're not blending them, right? We can't erase, we can't blend. So that's why I suggest starting with the darker side. Now you can tell I'm going to have to go darker. It's very similar to shading with a pencil, except you're shading with a colored pencil. So you usually have to use layers on top of each other. And obviously I have to keep going with more and more pigment. I don't want to push as hard though, but you can tell I really have to keep working here to go a little darker. So I'm going to pause the video and you'll see some progress that I have made. All right, so what I have so far here is I've got my saturated color, which is a value of 7, and I've gone a little lighter for the 6, the 5. I'm currently working a little bit more on the 4. I think the 4 needs a bit more layers. So in terms of shading with colored pencil, just think of it as applying more and more layers of the medium. Now for the 3, I don't want to go super dark right away, so I'm going to stay much, much lighter. And I'm shading in opposite directions because this is a great way to build up the colored pencil. So I definitely want this to be a bit lighter than the 4. And notice how I'm filling the entire space of the square. And then there's my 2. For my 2, I went super, super light. I used very, very light pressure with my hand. And that's our completed value scale for a teal. Saturated color for a 7, white for the paper, which is number 1, and then very, very light for the 2. So we have a mid-light here. Continuing on, I'm not going to demo, but in here I'm going to put the sky blue. For here, I'm going to deal with the violet. And then because I want to use 4 colors, I'm going to label that blue. And that's how you'll find the different values that you can create with each color.